Good day everyone, my name is Marvin Gonzalez Alaje from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, second year student. Today, we are going to talk about progressivism, one of the philosophical foundation of education, work in progress. Before we proceed, here are some objectives of the lesson. At the end of the lesson, the listeners will be able to know the meaning of progressivism, know the concept of progressivism, know the role of progressivism in education, know the characteristics of progressivism, and know the importance of progressivism in education. Let's define first what is progressivism. Progressivism is a general term for progress. This means that it focuses on the different aspects of the society that needs progress, like in economy, politics, government, and education. Here are the aspects of society that needs progress: economy, politics, and education. But today's lesson, we are just going to focus in the field of education and how progress works in education. So, what is the role of progressivism in education? Progressivists believe that individuality, progress, and change are fundamental to one's education, believing that people learn best from what they consider most relevant to their lives. Progressivists center their curricula on the needs, experiences, interests, and abilities of the students. This demonstrates that progressivists are focusing to the needs of the student, experiences of the students, and the interests of the students, and how they become more progressive in the field of learning and also enhancing their abilities as they are undergoing to the field of learning in education. So here is the concept of progressivism. It is a contemporary reform movement in educational, social, and political affairs. It is also viewed by the philosopher Dewey that the school as a miniature democratic society in which a student could learn and practice the skill and tools necessary for democratic living. So this is the concept of progressivism, to which the philosopher Dewey believes that students can learn and practice their skills in the field of education. So, what is progressivism in education? Educational progressivism is the belief that education must be based on the principle that humans are social who learn best in real-life activities with other people. This means that we have to be collaborative with others and to have camaraderie in doing such learning in the best real-life activities. And also, progressivists claimed to rely on the best available scientific theories of learning. So this is the educational progressivism, that we need to be collaborative and to have camaraderie as a social animals in doing real-life activities. In this way, we are going to possess the progress. And now, how does progressivism improves education, since it is one of the aspects of the society that needs progress? So, as the progressives saw it, education for the lower classes, minorities, and immigrants in cities around the country was one of the most important things that could be done to improve life. Schools sprung up the cities across the country, leading to more and more people having access to education. This demonstrates that progress improves education for the reason that if the society progressed or became more progressive, it can build a lot of universities and public schools that will help those people in the lower classes, minorities, and immigrants to have a free access to education. And because of this, it is now being progressed by the progressivism of the society. So let's proceed now to the characteristics of progressivism, or the philosophy of progressivism. So first we have, it emphasizes on learning by doing. This means that it is done by hands-on projects expeditory learning, experimental learning. So it is done by in an actual situation such as community services and problem solvings. It is also integrated curriculum focused on a thematic units, meaning to say of thematic units, all aspects in education that can be learned in actual by the students. Also, it is integrated of entrepreneurship in education. It is also emphasizes on problem solving and critical thinking. This is very accurate for in doing such hands-on activities. It requires problem solving and enhancement of their critical thinking on how they were able to do such activities. Also, it has a group work and developmental of social skills, just like what I've mentioned earlier, collaborative and camaraderie in doing such tasks like community services and many more. Also, it is understanding and action as the goal of learning as opposed to rote knowledge. It is also a collaborative and cooperative learning project. So meaning to say that one of the characteristics of progressivism is not just learning by itself, but learning with others. It is highly personalized education accounting of each individual's personal goals. And also it is an integration of community service and services learning projects into the daily curriculum. And lastly, it emphasizes on the lifelong learning and social skills. Why is it that it emphasizes lifelong learning? It is because in every day of our living and every day of our learning, there is a progress, and it is a lifelong learning, because in every day of our living, we are learning and we are working and moving in progress. So what is the importance of progressivism in education? So progressivism in education today helps students master a couple of important skills needed once they pursue their careers. So students master a couple of important skills needed, meaning to say it is related to multiple intelligence. When the student is good at critical thinking, at problem solving, at making such tasks, so it can make a progress by providing the needs of their important skills to pursue their careers in the future as a progressive citizen. And also, students learn to cooperate with teams, think critically before doing things, and use creative means to resolve problems. Kids or students also needs to learn contribute independently. So since progressivism works with teams, it must also be reminded for the responsibility that they must contribute also enable for them to have progress and to have a good relationship with his or her teams. Now for the conclusion, progressivism is a philosophical foundation that enhances the different skills of the students. Such skills are critical thinking, cooperation, social skills, entrepreneurship, and problem solving. These are the skills that can be molded and can be improved when philosophy of progressivism is applied in education, for students will work in progress, not in process. For the last slide, I just want to remind everyone that slow progress is better than no progress. Progressivism is one-way process to become progressive and productive in future. Progress matters, keep in progress, work in progress, not in process. Thank you for your time of listening. Once again, this is Marvin Gonzalez Alaje from BS Ed English second year student. God bless everyone.